Good morning and welcome to In Shape Fitness. I'm Kim Watkins and this is the muscle maintenance workout for Tuesday, April 16th. It is a level 2 difficulty workout. Made it to Tuesday almost. It feels like a window opens up a little bit with the beginning of the week. Monday can be so difficult. We make it as easy as we can, but Tuesday is the time to start picking up the pace. And so we're going to add a level of difficulty to each of the 6 moves that we're doing this week. All of them are on the floor. We're going to warm up for 2 moves, and then you're down on the floor for the entire workout, which is kind of cool. But it will be a little bit challenging, a little more challenging for sure than yesterday. In the beginning, let's just do the warm up first, and then we'll talk about the different things you're going to be doing on the floor in a bit. So, bring your body up into a standing position with your feet a little more than shoulder width apart, and make sure that your abs are engaged. Make sure your back is straight. Tuck in your tailbone if you tend to stick your butt out a little bit. Now extend your arms up over your head, no bend in the elbow. You're kind of making a big X with your body. And you're going to bring your right elbow down and across as you bring your left knee up and across. Squeeze the elbow to the knee, then stretch all the way back out, and then alternate with the left elbow and the right arm. Sorry, left elbow and the right knee. And let's get started. 30 seconds. Time starts now. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. That development of a breathing rhythm is very important in terms of your body's ability to efficiently metabolize fluids and like the blood moving the right way and your breath moving the right way. So you really want to focus on taking the air in, exhaling that carbon dioxide, and keep squeezing and stretching, squeezing and stretching. We call this a standing bicycle or standing bicycle crunch. All right, now keep your feet in the same position and clasp your hands above your head. Take a deep breath in as you exhale. Keep your back straight, hinging at your hips. You're going to rotate your body down to the right. Touch the floor with your fingertips, stretching out the lower back, and then twist up or rotate up to the left. One more time, down to the right and up to the left. Okay, all right. One more time now. We're going to go down opposite direction, down to the left, up to the right. And the last time, down to the left, up to the right, and now you can go down to the floor. I promised you this yesterday. Today's first move is a mountain climber. So, your hands are on the floor about shoulder width apart, and you can rest on your knees while I talk quickly through how this works, so you probably know what it is. Mountain climbers and variations in this prone position of foot movement are kind of all the rage, and I love them. I am, a functional fitness expert and don't use a lot of equipment. In fact, I hardly ever use equipment. So when you can get your heart rate up and work multiple muscle groups, you're doing your body so many favors. You really are. So what you're going to do is you're going to maintain this position in push-up position on your feet. You're going to jump one foot out. As you jump one foot in, your knee comes up underneath your body. Now, the extent to which you bring the knee up under the body is another layer of difficulty that you can kind of play with a little bit. You don't have to go so deep in the beginning, but let's get going. Time is going to start here, and you're going to jump your feet forward and back, right? Scissor your feet forward and back. Time starts now. Keep your butt down. This is a very, very good way to also do a plank. Wherever you're in prone position, you have the automatic, though you can help this by concentrating on it, the automatic contraction among the 3 layers of muscle that wrap your rib cage and protect your core. That is the core. That is your energy source in your body that emanates out in all directions through your arms and your legs. So when you squeeze those abdominal muscles and you keep your butt down, that forces the automatic contraction. You are doing so many wonderful things for the sort of the most essential strength part of your body. Okay, very good job. Now you can lower your body to your knees. And what I want you to do, and again, just like yesterday, we're going to do push-ups again on the knees. And unless you're super strong and you do push-ups every day, I really think doing them on your knees is best. because, and no one's watching you, you're at home, right? I can't even see you, so you don't need to be super cool and do your push-ups on your toes. You're on your knees or resting on the bottoms of your thighs, where you make a 45-degree angle with your thigh and the floor. Now, I want your right arm to be kind of close to sort of your chest level, a little farther back, and then your left arm to be a little farther forward. You're going to stagger your arms as you do these modified push-ups, okay? Let's do 15 seconds. Bend your elbows as you inhale. Exhale as you push your body up. Time starts now. Take your time. Go slowly. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. 5 more seconds. Good. Now switch. Bring the right arm forward, left arm back. And again, 15 seconds. Time starts now. Now, what does this do? So, when you modify, you stagger your arms and make different positions with your arms. There are lots of different ways that you can do this. You activate and recruit other muscle groups instead of just your shoulders, just your back, and sort of the most traditional places. You're going to, now you can take a rest for a second, and you're going to lower your body all the way down to your belly. So while you get that way, I'll finish telling you. You also sort of stimulate certain areas of muscle. So like, you know, you have that big deltoid muscle, your shoulder, and it can get greater emphasis in the back and or the front, on the outside, the outermost side of the muscle, depending on how you're contracting the muscle. So this arm position change helps you just keep your body guessing. It confuses the muscle, and that in effect is efficiency in exercise. Now you're on your belly. You're going to extend your arms forward. You're going to leave your legs together. Yesterday we did the Australian crawl, where you lifted your right leg and your left arm at the same time, then your left leg and your right arm at the same time. Today you're just lifting your arms, but you're lifting both of them at the same time. All right, so you're going to lift your head, your arms, your shoulders, lift your chest. You're going to contract the lower back muscle and squeeze your shoulder blades together. All right, take a deep breath in, exhale, lift up. Time starts now. Very good. Take your time. Pause at the top, that apex, where you are at the very top part, and then you switch directions. Most important individual points of time in your exercise routine in terms of this one little interval. So when you pause and you force the directional change, if you let gravity take over and you just flop down on the floor, you're not doing as much as far as the effort goes, your body's expendable effort. The cells have to stay in control, then they are metabolizing more. They're boosting your metabolism as a whole. And that's all done with that. So now turn to your left side. We're going to work the right leg. Yesterday we worked the right leg. Your legs are stacked and straight once again, and you flexed your foot. Today you're going to point your toe. I want you to lift that right leg straight up. Keep the foot parallel to the floor, and with a very slow sort of ballerina motion, make through your hip, not your knee, circles front to back. Very good. Time starts now. We're going to do 15 seconds and then reverse, and then we'll switch to the other side. Very good. For that top part of your hip, there's a muscle, it's the goofiest name of a muscle I think there is, tensor fasciae latae muscle at the top part of your leg, and that wraps your hip, and it is the way that your body moves laterally side to side. And that muscle doesn't get a lot of action because in functional life, you switch directions, by the way, you don't move side to side to any great degree. So why should we worry about that muscle then is what you ask. But the problem is that when some of these smaller lateral muscles don't get used as much, they shrink and they get weak and they get tight. And so the movement that you want to move in, which is whatever it is you want to do in your life, so hopefully it's doing something active, so maybe playing chase with your kid, or running around with your friends, playing tennis, running, jumping, whatever it is you're doing. All of those things involve total body strength. You can't just rely on your quads and your calves. Okay, let's turn over to the other side at this point. So you're going to turn to your right side and work the left leg. Lift that leg up, point your toe, and draw those circles again. 15 seconds for the forward back, and then we'll switch directions. One more move after this, and then we'll stand up and take a break, and then resume with the flow set, which will be the set where we move through each of the moves without stopping in between. Switch directions for me. Very good. Keep breathing. Stay sort of in control of your posture, even though you're lying down. You still want to contract those tummy muscles. You want to keep your body perfectly straight. 3 more seconds. Great. Now turn to your back. Place your hands down by your sides. Your feet are on the floor. Pinky toes and heels in line, about hip width apart. Lift your hips up into the air. Press your toes into the floor. Toes and heels touch the floor. Now dip down. Exhale. Press up. 30 seconds. Time starts now. Very good. These are just your simple hip bridge press, or dips as some people call them. And you are focusing on pressing the entire foot into the floor as you lift your hips up, so that you use the front and the back of the leg. Okay? Again, the quadricep muscle gets a lot of activity because you have to walk, you have to sit, which means you have to sit down, and that's the flex of the quad. Stand on it, by the way, take a break. So it, inevitably, lots of people have very tight quads because they sit all day, but they do typically have decent weight bearing strength in terms of the body. But with the hip bridge, if you can focus on squeezing the floor kind of with your toes, you really force that bottom, the back part of your leg to work quite hard, your butt cheeks and your hamstrings. Okay, back down to the floor. Let's go back through this second set. Mountain climbers are first. We're going to go right into the push-ups as soon as we finish the mountain climbers. Okay, ready, set, go. 30 seconds. Time starts now. Remember, you're jumping your feet forward and back, straight forward, straight back. If you feel sprightly and you want to move a little deeper, bring that knee up underneath the body even more each time, that's fantastic. You can also move a little bit faster, but just keep the butt down. You've got 6 seconds left. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Hang in there. We are almost finished. Now lower your body down to your knees. Stagger the right arm forward, left arm back. 15 seconds. Push-ups. Inhale. Lower your body by bending the elbows. Exhale. Push up. Very good. Keep the butt down. Remember, you're resting on the knee, the bottom part of the thigh, not the actual kneecap, and making a 45-degree angle from the quad to the floor. Now switch your arms, and again, 15 seconds. Good. You are doing great. 5 more seconds. And lower your body all the way down to your belly, arms forward. Take a deep breath in, exhale, lift up, and lower back down. Right into that arm lift. The sort of the upper half of the traditional Superman move, which we will be doing this week. Very, very good to work the lower back because it is one of those weaker components. Most people have sort of a weak core in general. The lower back is rife with its issues. Okay, now turn to your left side. Stack your feet. Right leg up. Point your toe and make circles to the back, forward back, or it doesn't really matter which direction you go in first. Just move slowly, and remember, you are gracefully moving like a ballerina. Now switch directions, and you are pointing your toe. Point the toe as much as you can. Really extend those toes forward, feeling the extension of the top of your foot. Very good. Very difficult to work the muscles of the foot unless you are really forcing that point beyond what is sort of natural. Now switch sides. Let's turn to the right side. Work the left leg. 15 seconds. One direction. One move after this, so you're almost there. Going to end up with about a 15.5-minute workout. Not too shabby for a Tuesday. All right. Did you reverse directions on those circles? I think so. Go ahead and turn your body to your back. Hips up in the air. Make sure your feet are parallel with one another. And you are pressing into the floor with your toes and your heels. Lower the hips. Lift up. Last 30 seconds. So with the workout that you do completely on the floor, hopefully that is motivation to stay with it for the rest of the week. As you know, we will continue adding a layer of difficulty to this series for our week for muscle maintenance. That means that it is hardest on Friday, which I always like because that's the day before the weekend and you deserve to be really just to boot camp your butt into the weekend so that you can have a really great weekend. Not necessarily have to devote your time to the gym. I mean, the bottom line is we don't want you thinking about having to walk into a gym unless you absolutely love it there for the sake of the ambiance, for the sake of the people, cool chicks, cool guys, whatever it is, just getting away from your family maybe. That's a good reason to go to the gym. But if what you prefer is just a quick workout, this is a good way to go. I'm Kim Watkins from InShape Fitness. If you have any questions, consult our website, inshape-fitness.com, or you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. I'll find you, you find me, and I'll be back tomorrow on Wednesday. Have a great rest of the day.